Contract Deferred, getting paid until the day I die. Money coming in, but not one at bat, not one pitch, not one strike. Being deferred is where it's at. Deferred.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the start of baseball season. Baseball's back, and I'm so excited I get to share it with the wonderful individuals that are waiting backstage. And all of you that are watching, thank you so much for joining us. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. We would love to be able to, we'd love to be able to just, open up the family a little bit, get everybody else involved in the party, and have some fun. So please definitely make sure to check it out. And we would be happy to invite them in to the fold. As you saw, we did start with our new opening. That music is original. That music belongs to podcast named Deferred. So YouTube and Facebook can go fuck themselves. Starting things off, my right-hand man, he's been with me since the very beginning, back when we were still the Winter Meetings podcast. He is the eye candy of the show. We've got Craig Newt.
Good evening. Fuck Rob Manfred.
That's a great way to start the show. I support that wholeheartedly. We do have the explicit content notice up in the corner because, sometimes you just need to say the word fuck. And we support that understanding around here because you know what? Fuck Rob Manfred. Coming up next, I get to enjoy every Monday night with this guy. And we are so fortunate. I'm so fortunate I get to know him because despite the fact that he throws up hard hands, he's a pretty good guy. Ladies, he is single. We would love for him to lose his virginity by the time he's 45. Here's Ando.
Wrong Ando, asshole. Wrong Ando. I've lost my virginity, okay? I could reinstate for it. It's been long enough.
If we start talking about the fact that you lost your virginity in the Navy, a lot more questions are going to get asked, and I really don't think we have time to talk about it right now.
Fair enough. No, man, I got to say, really love that new opening. Beautiful. There's something about that opening that just grips, dude. Like, you get really pulled into it. Also, I would like to add, at least for today, a name to our fuck the list. How about we say fuck the AL MVP, Aaron Judge, who is 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts today. Maybe if Cal Raleigh was the MVP, you wouldn't be stinking cheese right now, man. So take that, Aaron. Fuck you.
I am going to go ahead and bring in, she is back for the first time this season. She is a Dodgers fan, so unfortunately we did not have the ability to get her into the intro. Her spot in the intro has been deferred until 2035. Erica is back with us.
Hey.
Hey,
hold on, I'm not doing this right. Hold on.
We all know how Ando lost his virginity. He's a seaman for a reason, all right?
That's fair. That's fair.
And,
only from you.
Finally,
only from you. Anybody else would have said that, it's all hands on deck. Just saying.
Yeah, you would know about that too, huh?
Not mine. Not mine.
And finally, our resident Yankees fan. He is the biggest dick in sports and has struck out more times than Aaron Judge. Dan the Dick Warner, everybody.
It's always the insults before I actually get on here, isn't it? It's always, yep. It's all fun.
Yeah. Yes,
all fun and dandy until the hard dick comes in.
Hey, I just started the top of the second in this game. What happens in this Yankees game?
Top of the
Brandon,
second,
it's 0-0 right now. It's 0-0 right now. What happens?
What happens
timing,
is
Dan.
Brandon Webb comes out onto the mound instead of Logan Webb.
Yep.
And
hold on, are we sure it's not Brandon Whedon? Brandon Whedon was pretty good at scoring points for the other team.
I mean, you know what? It's really a crapshoot because this Netflix broadcast has been a dumpster fire.
It sure has.
Not to mention the person doing the PA for the job needs to get.
Oh my God, she's horrible.
She's
horrible.
And now
I would
DH. Raphael
I would
Devers.
rather listen to Dan read 50 Shades of Grey than listen to that chick on the PA. That was just awful.
And I don't want to listen to Dan.
What would be wrong with me reading 50 Shades of Grey?
That's right. You have a velvety voice. I think I would actually.
I do have a narrator's voice.
You do.
Hey Tony, someone needs to turn the dial up on her Bluetooth vibrator. I mean, for good heavens, man. She's just totally dead fish.
Yeah.
It's a pull start.
Yeah.
It's a terrible.
Her husband did not smack her ass when she left today.
When you start the day of a game, you have to have your ass smacked, and somebody has to
exactly.
Say
Man or woman, you got to have your ass smacked.
That's how champions are bred, people.
Yeah.
That's how champions are bred.
Have they went to the ABS yet?
One call has gone to ABS. Yankees called it, and they lost the challenge.
Yep. So the Yankees have one left. Last I knew. We are at the start of baseball season. The game going on right now, of course, the Yankees up 7-0, largely because Brandon Webb went on the mound instead of Logan Webb. Thank you. Thank you, Netflix broadcasters. Logan Webb, uncharacteristic start today. Had some strikeouts, but couldn't seem to get his changeup past him. I think they were all just kind of sitting on it.
Yep.
Craig, was it the changeup or was it the slider? Because the broadcast was saying it was the slider that it was. Okay.
Yeah, I say it was definitely a changeup.
His changeup is flat. His changeup is flat tonight.
It really is, and that's because he has like 7 pitches, but he relies on that changeup so much. His sweeper has a great trajectory. His slider is great. I think he's got a pretty good sinker too, if I recall correctly.
He does.
I understand the purpose of a changeup, but once it became clear that he wasn't locating, he shouldn't have gone back to it. And I think one of the runs that they gave up in the 5th was either the 5th or the 6th. I think it was the 5th. One of the runs he gave up in the 5th, it was off of a hit that was a changeup. Like, dude, if the pitch isn't there, you've got other choices. You're like the white. Dang it! Now I can't remember his name. The Padres pitcher.
Yu Darvish.
You've got so many pitches in your toolbox, bro. Just pivot. Craig, what else have you seen in this game so far?
God. I've just seen what I expected to see. I mean, the Giants are who I think they are. They're not very good.
We let them off the hook.
And the Yankees are definitely very good. And it's just the talent is not there. And yes, I'm giving up on them after one game. I mean, I'm sorry. They are who they are. They're going to be third place at maybe. They're just not that good. I mean, and have your ace pitcher, spit the bit tonight. That's not good.
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate here for you, real quick, Craig. Is it that the Giants are that bad, or the Yankees are just in mid-season form already?
There you go, Ando.
I'm gonna talk. Hold on. Besides Judging and Chisholm, who got on base because of a hit by pitch in the 2nd inning. Besides Judge and Chisholm, everybody else is getting hits, right? So we've discussed it on the show before. It doesn't matter how good of a pitcher you are. To hit the ball in itself is a very hard thing to do at this professional level. And everybody has at least a hit. So I'm not saying that the Giants are completely screwed for the season, but the Yankees came into this game already in mid-season form where they're making contact with the ball.
Well, it was clear
out of my asshole, Ando.
Yeah, I'll get out of your asshole, bro.
It was clear that the Giants were going to attack Judge, and they've done a good job of attacking Judge.
Yeah, he's had
but
four
unfortunately,
today by Judge.
There's a lot of good players after Judge that you can't attack them all.
Yeah,
it's that Yankees lineup is. Go ahead.
Sorry, I've seen Bellinger and Judge go. They're 0 for 4. So it's I saw Caballero had that big hit.
Yeah, Bellinger actually has one hit. He is 1 for 4. Fifth inning, he singled to right, and he did get scored in on the fifth when Stanton singled to center.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, like I said, the only two people that don't have any registered hits are Judge and Chisholm. That's it.
How fast was his single? Like bat speed wise, I think it was his single. If I remember correctly, it was kind of almost like a bloop single. I think they were saying like 78 miles per hour after bat. It wasn't like a lot of what I saw in the early game, because like there hasn't been any home runs. Everything has just been a lot of gap to gap hitting.
Yep.
And I want to say to the Yankees' credit, because I've talked a lot of shit about them focusing on the long ball, gap to gap hitting, they are raking against a typically really good team. So if the Yankees can keep this strategy this year, then things are definitely very positive for them, because we've seen in the last couple of years what happens when you live and die by the long ball.
Yep.
Did you see?
The Yankees are doing a good job of using the ballpark to their advantage.
Yeah.
That's not a fun ballpark for the visiting teams, and they're handling it just as if they were the home team.
Yeah.
Did you see Jazz? Jazz, since his trade to the Yankees, has been basically just over one full season. You can say there's 178 games. He has 49 homers and 42 stolen bases, and just over one full season as a
They're talking about him going 50-50 this year.
Yeah,
I think so.
I don't know about all that. He's definitely going to go 30-30. I would think.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he's a stud. He's definitely in his prime. He's coming into his prime anyway.
I agree. I think that the thing that concerns me with Jazz wanting to go 50-50 is it's not that he doesn't have the talent for the long haul, for the long ball, but his speed, when he wants to use it, is a resource.
Yeah.
And getting balls into play so that you can keep everything moving is a much more accomplishable task than setting up thinking you're going to go 50 for 50 and swinging for the fences. You're going to get the stolen bases part of that 50 a lot quicker if your approach is more gap to gap than long ball. The long ball hits are going to come naturally, especially for a hitter like Jazz, as long as he has the right mentality. But that gap to gap focus is going to produce a lot more offensive results and help for his team.
Speaking of Jazz just hit a single to right. Yeah. Rice just went to second. So the only Yankee that has not had a base hit today is Judge. That is it. Which, if you can get Judge to strike out 4 times and still put up 7 runs,
well,
maybe you take it. I mean, I wouldn't look for that in my MVP, Dan, to strike out 4 times. But the team is showing that they're winning in spite of him going.
I'm sure glad that you said that, Ando, because that's something I wanted to touch on. I'm sure glad that you said that right now.
Yep.
Because
I'm all about
that's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Let's go. I'm all about poking the beehive.
We just had an NFL intro with Bert Kreischer out there, coked out of his gourd, running around like fat chicken with his head cut off. We had to run some fucking planes over top of the building apparently, and we had to do all this stuff, and it took like an hour and a half before this fucking Super Bowl opening day game.
Not to mention he is now in the Bay.
Everybody in San Francisco and New York was just using it like a money fucking teat that they were just suckling out of, just as much as they can possibly get into their mouths.
Well, and now he's sitting out there in the Bay just guzzling down beers like it's like a.
I can't show the beer I'm drinking. I'm on Netflix. Cover the brand. It doesn't matter. It's like, dude, like that guy gets paid to act like every redneck white American. Like,
here's my point, though, that you said that Judge is the only one without a hit.
Yeah.
These at-bats are the most, like, overplayed. Like, there's 161 more of these guys. Yeah. Like, there's 161 more in one season. Like these games come and go so quickly; they go day to day at this point. Like, so Judge is going to have 0 for 4 games. He's successful if he's really good 1 out of every 3 times, and then we magnify every at bat that he has because he's Yankees 99. He's literally larger than life, and so everybody watches every one of these at bats. He's only going to be successful 1 out of every 3 times, and he's going to hit one really far, a lot, and like that's. All like if you're gonna amplify every at bat, yeah, he's gonna look like he's not good ever. Like it's gonna be like, oh yeah, well, but just watch during July. Watch every day, and he just rakes, dude, all fucking day. He'll go 3 for 5, middle of July, all day long, have a homer and 2 doubles, and you're like, okay, ho hum, Aaron Judge, and like that's what it is. Like so, these are just over amplified at bat. Like are they in big moments? No, not really. This isn't a big moment. This is 1 out of 162. So like, yeah, he just gets like nobody used to amplify these at bats that much. Like they were just like they would look at the numbers on it, and then obviously you would have big moments in the playoffs. But like, yeah, it just gets amplified a lot. Is all I'm saying. That's why people think he's not clutch.
Maybe I'm just excited that baseball's back. I don't know.
That's good, Ando. I am too. I show my excitement with just pain and anger mostly.
I think that it is important to remember that Dan said watch in July, not in October. Because in July is when you're going to see Aaron Judge do well.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Now the Giants fans talking.
Yeah. Madison Bumgarner's gone, Craig. He's gone.
Barry Bonds ain't batting cleanup no more.
Bonds is in that dugout.
Hey, in defense of the Giants and even the Yankees, this shit show that went on before the game, that wasn't the Giants or the Yankees. That's fucking Major League Baseball. That's fucking Rob Manfred.
Fucking Rob Manfred.
And when he was in the booth during the game or in the early part of the game, I think it was in the 3rd or 4th inning, he was like, "Oh no, this was great. We're excited about this." Like, the only time I'm interested in watching an actual train wreck happen is when it's something that I just happen to casually catch and it's not going to actually impact me. Yeah. Watching what happened on the field beforehand was, I don't know what it like you said in our group chat, man, like the NFL to Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
We don't need that. That's not,
no, it's not a part of our game.
And fuck Bert Kreischer too. Get the fuck off my field, man.
Yeah, because Bert Kreischer normally would have worn an MLB
in the world,
like an MLB equipment sweatshirt too.
Yeah,
that was his normal attire.
Yeah.
He's a big MLB fan.
Yeah.
Not a Giants fan that he's been since he was a kid.
Whoa! To be fair, he was wearing the Giants hat when he was wearing that standard MLB hoodie that you can buy online for $69.95 before shipping and handling. Okay,
who in their right mind would pay $69.95 for a plain Major League Baseball logo?
Bert Kreischer, apparently.
Well, Bert Kreischer got given that for sure.
Yeah,
but Bert Kreischer didn't pay for that, just like he's not paying for the beer that he's having in the Bay right now.
Well, of course not. No, people are excited. It's San Francisco. If it's not Barry Bonds, it's Bert Kreischer. That's your level of awesomeness there in San Francisco. No offense, Craig.
But for me,
offense taken. Fuck you. Offense taken.
I'm sorry. Who do we have in Seattle? Ichiro isn't there no more. King Felix isn't there. What? We get excited that Gary Payton comes out? Fuck Gary Payton, man. I'm sorry.
Rafi Devers and Elliot Ramos.
Sometimes Ken Griffey Jr. will come take pictures of a baseball game at T-Mobile Park.
Yeah.
I will say this. I'd much rather take an appearance by Ken Griffey Jr. than an everyday appearance of A-Rod, because fuck A-Rod.
Well, are you talking about them as people? Because, I mean, A-Rod's clearly a douchebag. But, we're not... Yeah. I mean, as people, I'd probably like to hang out with, I don't know,
if A-Rod showed up at a game at T-Mobile Park, I'd be like, oh, cool, it's A-Rod. Like, I may not even stand up. Like, it's A-Rod. Now, really? Ichiro, Felix...
Is there a reason for that?
I don't like A-Rod. A-Rod's a papa's prick. Pardon my... no, that's right. We got the parental advisory in effect. Nah, like, fuck A-Rod.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's I agree with you on that, but like, what does that? I mean,
do I have to have an opinion why I like honey mustard more than like regular mustard? No, I just don't like the guy.
Well, I understand that, but you wouldn't be in awe of like if he was like showed up somewhere. I'm obviously, yeah, you think he's a dick or whatever.
I mean,
like,
sure, if he showed up in Sioux City, Iowa, where I live, I'd be like, oh my god, it's him right in Iowa. Like,
I mean, numbers wise,
I fucking live in Iowa, bro.
Numbers wise, if we're gonna like wrap out the whole steroids thing and just glump it all into one thing, like that guy's
steroids
he's probably the greatest third baseman of all time.
Steroids or not, I don't like him. I just don't like. There's something about A-Rod that I do not like.
Wasn't A-Rod with the Mariners before he went to the Yankees?
He was.
Yeah, he was with the Mariners and then signed that really god-awful contract with the Texas Rangers. Was with the Rangers for like 3 years. And then got traded to the Yankees.
Yep.
Because the Rangers found out real quick you can't pay a guy $201 million and not build around him.
Right. Because he was good in Texas.
Yeah. He was good.
And he was good in New York.
Yep.
But
I'm not taking away that the guy can't play baseball. I just don't like him as a person.
I mean, didn't he get divorced by J-Lo twice?
I think so.
No, that's fucking the other dude. But she's been married to a couple guys. Yeah. She has too much love to give.
Oh.
Too much love to
you
give
really fucking went there, Dan.
What?
Oh, just your impeccable timing on Jennifer Lopez love songs. Just
too much love to give.
Oh, I thought you were talking. If you had all my love and I gave you all my trust, with no.
Yeah, and A-Rod was like, "No, I wouldn't die for you. I wouldn't."
Oh man,
are we getting a live? We getting a live Yankees game update right here? Hey, we're up a touchdown. Is that how that works, guys?
Yeah, yes. Wrong sport.
We just score one time and it's a 7, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no, we scored 7 times. Check.
Yeah.
No, you didn't score 7 times. You scored 1 time for 7 points.
Yep.
Hey, remember earlier when I was going 161 more of these? This is the time when we're like, hey, 161 more of these.
Yo, we can kick Dan off the show if he keeps saying 160, right? Like I'm expecting for the next 6 months, Dan is just going to be, hey guys, we only have 95. We only have 95. Guys, 94.
We have 144 games left, guys. 144.
You're wrong. The Mariners have 162. They don't play till tomorrow.
161. Yeah.
All right, I'll bring
pressure with your fucking over the top.
Yep.
Squeaky laugh.
Yeah.
Just go away.
Fucking weird ass.
We don't need you here, Bert Kreischer.
Nope.
Podcast Deferred does not need you here.
Yeah, we do not. I can play Bert perfectly fine.
That's what we have Dick for.
That's right.
Sure. Yeah, no,
we're gonna have a resident, cokehead. I guess I'll take that role.
Thank you.
Sacrifice for you guys.
Yeah,
I appreciate
your contribution as tribute.
Your commitment. Your commitment is very much appreciated.
Sometimes when I kill up late, 7, I want you guys to just thank me and just go, thanks, Dan, for showing up tonight and just carrying this show through where it needs to be carried through.
No,
I'm not.
And to that, I say,
stroking your ego anymore.
Oh no, I'm gonna stroke the ego. At least we're watching the Yankees and the Giants, not the fucking Dodgers tonight.
Right?
Who the fucking Dodgers on Netflix? People be like, no, I'm canceling my subscription, boss.
Yeah, the Dodgers should just put all of their games on Netflix because the only reason I have Netflix right now is this game, and then I'm canceling it again.
I got Netflix for Monday Night Raw too.
Or because it's just a comedy show over there. Like it's just a comedy show of just throwing money everywhere. Yeah. And just hoping that it works.
You guys all sound like a bunch of salty bitches.
Yo, look, my team ain't won a World Series. Look, my team ain't won a World Series in 65 years. I'm allowed to be salty. Have you had Irish clam chowder in Seattle? It's fucking amazing with a little bit of salt.
You need to stop talking about Irish clams.
I said Irish clam chowder. Get the car keys out of your ears, Seven. I know you haven't talked a lot during the podcast today. Mr. I'm the host, according to the show logo that starts right there.
Ando, quick question.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure you didn't do coke before the show?
I may or may not have been hanging out with Brett before the show started with gifts.
Okay.
At least I still have my shirt on. I will say that. At least I still have my shirt on.
Thank God.
We appreciate
Hey.
that. All right.
You probably got a great poke buddy.
Show's early.
Okay, Tony, go ahead.
All right. So we're looking forward towards the season. I wanted to go around the room, give everybody a chance to kind of talk about new additions, prospects, outlook for the season for each of our respective teams. Craig,
yes,
you can go ahead and get yours off your chest first.
All right.
Hey, do you want to give him center stage?
I
think you should give him center stage.
That right
I
now.
think he deserves center. There we
Oh
go.
my God!
Yeah,
No! Oh God!
He's like, put it off there.
No,
Get it off there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the eye candy of the show, Mr. Craig.
We're losing viewers right now.
No, you're the eye candy.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
Oh, and
Never mind.
Carson, Gunnar Henderson MVP, Kyle Brandish top 5 Cy Young voting. Kyle Brandish for top 5 Cy Young, that I can see. Gunnar Henderson, he's not ready. Sorry, he's just not. I actually would say that.
I say that's the
he's a
opposite.
dark horse. I would go with Gunnar being a dark horse for MVP.
I don't like Kyle Bradish that much, honestly, but I get to see him a couple times a year. I mean, the Yankees see him a couple times a year, so it's like,
yeah.
Maybe I just don't think it's that special anymore.
Kyle
I'm ready.
Kyle is worth watching, but I'm not that high on Gunnar Emerson. I think he's great, but I don't think he's that great. All right, Craig, go ahead and talk to us about the new additions to the Giants and your outlook for the season. Go ahead and just let it out, buddy.
All right. Well, the good news is Bryce Eldridge, who's going to start in AAA in Sacramento, up the road from San Francisco, or down the road, whatever. He reminds me of Will Clark and also Brandon Belt. He's a power hitter to all fields, left-hander, and he's going to start out in AAA, but he won't be there very long, especially after tonight's game.
What's his name, Craig?
They need his bat badly, clearly. So, and then the rest of the other four that the Giants are got their eyes on, they're all prospects. And the funny thing is, of the remaining four, three of them are shortstops. They went heavy in the Dominican Republic in the international draft. They got a kid who's a shortstop named of Josias Gonzalez. He's 18 years old. He's in the Arizona complex right now. He is a switch hitter. And then there's an outfielder by the name of Bo Davidson, who was undrafted, picked up by the Giants. And he's targeted for Double-A Richmond for the remainder of the season. Then this kid is really interesting. They got another shortstop, Johanny Level, that's his name. And he's going to be playing in Class A San Jose in my neck of the woods. But I don't think for very long. I think he's targeted for High A in Eugene, Oregon, before the midseason of the minor league season. And the last kid they've got, another shortstop, a 17-year-old named Luis Hernandez, who's going to stay in the Dominican Republic and play there for the Giants Dominican Republic team. But they're high on him too. So they clearly went with usually they go with pitching, and they went off of pitching clearly for the power hitting and for position players, which they desperately need. So the future looks good if this draft holds up. Eldridge definitely looks good, and I don't think he'll be in AAA very long. As far as my prediction for the team, at best, third place. That's it.
How many wins do you think?
How many wins can you get for third place?
Well, it's the
that division, though, that's a very interesting number because third place could still be 85 wins.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. If they get 85 wins, I'd be very happy. I don't think they're going to hit 85. I don't. I'm thinking, unless they get really hot, I don't see 85. I see 82 to 84. is my high end for them.
So just a tad above 500, nothing better.
Yeah. I mean, they're so new, and the manager's new, and the West Coast is loaded except for the Diamondbacks
And the
Rockies. I mean, it's you got the Padres, you got the Dodgers, formidable. I mean, the Dodgers are just going to run over everybody. So, I mean, third place possible. A wild card, wow, that's a real stretch. I don't see them doing a wild card. I mean, I'd love to be wrong, but I think this first season with the new manager, it's going to be a lot of growing pains.
Did the Giants make it to the playoffs last year?
No.
I didn't know if they made it to a wild card game or not.
No.
That's the problem with the NL West is it's honestly it's really loaded, because I know the D-backs, I don't perceive them being a wild card team either, but the D-backs are honestly a decent team. Like I think they still end up with 83, 84 wins. And just because there is some decent talent. I mean, just with Corbin Carroll and Ketel Marte in that lineup, those guys have bats, and Ketel Marte is great defensively. Corbin Carroll is great defensively. And then, the Rockies, well,
the Rockies are the Rockies.
They try really hard.
Yeah.
They try really, really hard, and they have good food in their stadium. That's what matters.
It's that mile high that they just can't get out of, apparently.
Listen, when your state's chief export is green in nature and sticky, it is
about
important.
That Coors Banquet? You guys are sleeping on Coors Banquet. I'm sure Brett would love a Coors Banquet at the ball game.
I like a Coors
No,
Banquet.
No, we already figured that out today.
Coors Banquet. What is this? 1948?
No.
Oh
no, never mind. Christopher Walken does Miller Time. Never mind. I'm sorry.
There's that Christopher Walken thing. Yeah. I heard that. That's pretty good.
He's at the bar.
No, it's a dribble.
It's Miller Time.
That division.
No, Sam Elliott does Coors. That's who does it. He could be just as sexy as Christopher Walken.
God,
I have a mustache.
Erica down there blushing already. Jeez.
She has enough of that.
Listen, Sam Elliott is so hot. Holy fuck. Oh my God.
She has enough of the daddy issue. We don't need to talk about her granddaddy issue too.
This is why we miss you, Erica.
That's
it brings viewers. Let it continue. I'm just kidding.
Who wants a mustache ride?
All right, so
Erica.
let's go ahead and pivot. Our other team playing tonight. Dan, we'll go ahead and let you kind of take things off next. Talk about the Yankees, the way things are looking with the year as far as the season is concerned, prospects, new additions to the team. What do you got?
Well, so far we're pretty much undefeated. So that's good. 1,000% winning percentage. We're gonna go 161-0-1. We might tie with the Dodgers if we play them in LA.
Wait. There's ties in baseball?
There's not. No.
Okay, so don't be a sarcastic Yankees fan. Be for real.
Yeah, we'll go 161-1. I'll take an L at the Dodgers, possibly in extras. Shohei will have to walk it off. But that'll be their only loss of the season. So we'll Judge will have himself another MVP year.
Will that be the game that Shohei's manager bets on that they lose?
Yeah, the other one in New York, Shohei's already got a lot backed up on that one. He owes a lot of those guys, the Yakuza, I think they call it. I believe they call it the Yakuza. It's those, the little Asian guys with the guns and the money.
And the swords.
Yeah.
They are recreational lenders is what they are. Recreational lenders.
Recreational lenders.
Also known as the Yakuza.
No credit checks with those guys.
They are committed to the community. And
they take your digits away too. They cut them off one by one.
Yeah,
they've got the finger on the pulse of Japan, if you will.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, Ando.
I didn't go to the
I thought you. All right. Sorry,
I just went into an epithet about being undefeated, and then it just kind of just went off the rails. I'm sorry.
Just like everything Dan says.
Talk about the Yankees.
Yeah. They didn't do what's that, Ando? I'm sorry.
I said just like the Yankees do every year. What?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. My headphones were going out there for a second. I thought you said me.
Especially in the 5th inning.
What's going on? What's the 5th inning?
It's a hard time for Yankees fans.
It is.
I'm sorry. I'm super lost. Anyway, no, we didn't really do anything different. They do have obviously the reigning MVP and probably going to get close to another one this year. They're going to stop giving it to him eventually because it's like LeBron. They're going to get sick of giving it to Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge doesn't have as many years, I don't think, as baseball players develop a little later. But they didn't do anything different really. That lineup looks a lot like fucking last year's lineup. I'm not gonna lie to you. Outside of Jose Caballero, who was our second half shortstop. If Anthony Volpe can never come back, that'd be fine. Or Craig, if we can make a deal with Volpe and get one of those shortstops from you guys, that would probably be the route we should go and just play Phil and go.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
You don't want
I think you're getting enough from the Giants right now. Don't push it.
Give you Spencer Jones. That'd be nice. Hey, take that guy. No, Jason Dominguez I'm actually looking at their minor league system, which is not usually with the Yankees because they usually just fucking trade everybody to get established players. But no, Jason Dominguez, they call him the Martian. If you guys haven't heard of him, you should have. No, he's a little brick shit house running back looking outfielder. He's been our number one prospect for like 7 years now. So hopefully we get some return on that, Greg. You know what I'm saying? Greg probably remembers that name from fucking 2017. Like this motherfucking kid's been around forever.
Didn't he get some playing time in the majors last year?
Yeah, he's gotten the last 2 years. He actually had a pretty good year last year, but they have Bellinger in left field. He plays left field, so they re-signed Bellinger and they really don't have a spot for him. So I realized we could kick off that guy. And Spencer Jones is a lefty right fielder that hit fucking 6 home runs in spring training. He had like 380 something in spring training, and so did Dominguez. So I'm actually excited to see those guys come up because that somebody's going to get hurt. It'll be Grisham with his or who I like to call Trent Smokey Grisham. He's old Trent Grisham likes to have a little fun before the you know what I mean. Hey Trent, me too, buddy. Me too. No, he's a weirdo. He's a weirdo with his mustache and his fucking weed and shit. But no, he's fine. He's a good sitter. But somebody's gonna get hurt. I mean, Bellinger's made out of porcelain basically. So there's that too. It's not looking great, even though we're undefeated. The Blue Jays are fucking better than us, probably in a lot of senses of the word. They also have a fat weed smoking first baseman, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
A $600 million fat weed smoking first baseman, so that's what you guys paid for. Good, that's a good investment there in Canada. Glad healthcare is free because they overpaid a little bit for that overweight first baseman. Yeah. That Hispanic kid. Every spoiled Hispanic kid you ever see is just fat. And like that was what Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was. Okay. Hey, tell me I'm wrong.
You're not.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not.
Exactly.
You're not.
Right. No. It's and that's what Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was. He was just like, just a lot of Twinkies, a lot of fucking in the cage. It was in the cage with the Twinkies.
Yeah. And the Tim Hortons, his dad played up in Montreal, so they got Tim Hortons up in Canada.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to lay down. Yeah, he was the hometown kid. That's why you give him $600 million. That's the only reason.
Here comes Flatty Jr. You get the special 6 Hortons, and you only pay for 1. I got $20. Let me get 60.
The aesthetic gold glove first baseman, where he just dives for everything. And just makes him look
like you mean a glove made out of Twinkies, right?
Basically.
Okay.
That's why his glove.
Let's not hit on the guy's weight, okay, Ando? I wasn't talking about his weight at all. So you don't start and get HR involved in this.
You're right.
Okay.
I guess I'll schedule another HR appointment with you, Tony.
He's worth $600 million.
Get you a lot of gold gloves made of Twinkies.
Does every HR meeting start with Tony trying to sleep with you, and then that's the whole thing?
No, that's just us.
Yeah, I say.
Oh, that's just you and me.
Special thing that you guys do, because Seven didn't respond when you said something about that earlier. I think that's y'all's little special.
That's so funny. Like I'm talking to you guys, and I'm like, do you guys have to get? I'm like, do you guys ever have to go to these weird HR meetings? I'm like, Tony just sits there and hits on it the whole time. I think that was what. And then at the end of it, he goes,
"Come into them exclusively naked." Like that's just
yeah. And then he goes. And at the end of it, he's like, "Hey, that's what it feels like. That's how uncomfortable it is for those women that you hit on during the show." Okay, he's like, just so you know, he's like, "I was just giving you a drink to your own medicine, and that's all it is." And I'm like, "Whoa," but it's like super weird while it's happening. Yeah,
it's just that's the Yankees. That's all it is.
Our HR meetings are a lot like the Yankees this year. We have no idea what's going to happen.
Not a clue. Zero.
Yeah.
Like how Garrett Cole was in the fifth inning.
Like Garrett Cole always. What did Garrett Cole do in the fifth inning? What am I missing out on here?
Fifth inning of the World Series against the Dodgers.
Oh God, yeah, guys, come on. Aaron Judge just fucking straight tried to like handbasket a ball in that fucking series. Like, let's not go back to where
Dick's over here like, wait, hold on, we're undefeated this year, so you can't talk about that anymore.
I just figured somebody with such a track record like a Dodger, like the Los Angeles Dodgers, wouldn't be stooping to a level where they need to cut open wounds on Garrett Cole, who just had Tommy John surgery and probably has a bionic arm now, which is great. This is actually really good for us.
So that's what caused him to drop the ball and not get it to first base.
I wish they would have fucking given Tommy John to his brain, to tell you the truth.
I'm sorry. As a Mariners fan, I have to ask, what is the World Series and when do they play that? Because I'm pretty sure everybody else's team on this panel has won a fucking World Series besides the Mariners.
So here's the thing, that series where the Mariners usually lose at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Okay. There's another 7 games after that called the ALCS. That was the one you went to this year for the first time.
Yeah. When we lost to Toronto, some bullshit.
If you win that, there's actually another series after that.
There's more?
There's more people.
What?
And then you're the last team standing, is what it is.
Yeah, right.
I would give you one of ours, Ando, but we worked really hard for them. And they're,
Can we take that one
like
that you stole from us when we had 116 wins?
They didn't win 2001.
Oh, that's right. You didn't win that one because the Diamondbacks kicked your ass in 7 games.
Well, I mean, in an alternative universe, you could talk shit about that, but it's not really.
Hey, listen, you cannot bring up losing to Curt Schilling in 2 different playoff series to a Yankees fan because it triggers not just 2001, but 2004.
I love everything about Curt Schilling, Tony. His political views, his personality. I love everything there is to love about Curt Schilling. Bloody sock.
What happened in 2004? I mean, because you guys were up 3-0 on the World Series on the Red Sox in the ALCS.
Yeah. You guys made it.
Oh, that was I know what that was, Tony. That year was the year the first time you guys won in 110 fucking years. Remember that? There was like a person's whole lifetime you went without winning a World Series. Meantime, the Yankees in the 50s were winning every year. Just every year. It was like every single time, and then you guys were not.
Yeah, you guys would just spend $5 million, and all of a sudden at the end of the season, they
were I love that. 1951, we had a $5 million payroll, and it was top of the line. It was the creme de la creme. We were paying Mantle fucking $167K. Like, whoa, that is big time money. That is big time money. Mickey Mantle was making what an accountant makes today. My accountant that works in this small little town. That's what Mickey Mantle was making.
All right, moving on. Ando, talk to me about the Mariners. What prospects, what changes, how are we looking this year?
So the 2 biggest changes that I'm looking at are infield, obviously. Eugenio Suarez, he left for Cincinnati, which means we're going to get Brendan Donovan to start at third base to start off. Donovan last year played with the Cardinals, played in 118 games, 10 home runs, 50 RBIs, batting average of 287. Decent on base percentage. I'm kind of more looking at his fielding. Not a whole lot of errors, so I'll definitely take him at third base. I would have loved to have kept Suarez, but with the money that Suarez was asking, and I think the dividends that Donovan will give us, I think that works out. Second base, Cole Young will take over. He played with the Mariners last year in a limited capacity. 77 games. He's only a second-year player. 22 years old, bats left. So I like the left-handed hitter that we have. Last year had 47 hits, 24 RBIs, batted .211. So hopefully we'll see that increase a little bit. Otherwise, I still think the Mariners have the best pitching rotation behind maybe the Dodgers. And that's got a caveat because the Dodgers can pay everybody everything because they're fucking deferred. And we're just giving people peanuts to pitch for the Mariners because they know how long it's been since the Mariners have been good. So we're giving back to our community with the awesomeness that is the Emerald City magnets that you can put on your refrigerator and Ivers clam chowder. I like that Gilbert, Kirby, and Wu are going to be our starting three with Castillo and Miller. Miller is on the IL for the first 15 games. We'll see how he plays later on. Otherwise, the rightful MVP, Cal Raleigh, returning as catcher. Josh Naylor will still be playing first base. You got JP Crawford at shortstop. He is still on the DL for the first 10 games. And then obviously that outfield looks good with Renzeria, J-Rod, Luke Raleigh. I'm very optimistic. Look, the last time that we had a winning record and made it to the playoffs, we kind of deteriorated as we do in Seattle with baseball in the middle of September, especially August, late August, early September. But I think Dan Wilson, the manager, really has his team put together. I'm really excited to see what Young and Donovan bring to the table. I think we won 92 games last year and just missed out on first place because of the Blue Jays winning 94 and the Yankees winning 94. If we can get to 90 wins again, I think that division's ours. I think Houston kind of mellowed out. The A's scare me to an extent, and I don't know why with them not having a home field. That team still scares me with Nick Kurtz. You have to be careful how you say that name, especially in the dangerous parts of Sacramento. Texas could be an interesting team. I don't think the Angels make a run. I'm excited. For the first time in a very long time, I think Mariner baseball fans have something to be excited about.
You guys are poised for another ALDS run, Ando.
Yo, hey, baby steps, all right? We can't be the Yankees and expect to make it to the World Series every fucking year. We
don't make it to the World Series every year. The Dodgers do.
But you guys are like Cowboys fans. This is our years. Go Yankees. However, I will backtrack that a little bit. The Dodgers have kind of been doing that now, but they have that right. When you're paying $460 million worth of contracts over 40 fucking years, you can get away with that, right? You can imagine the Kansas City Chiefs getting $500 million and being like, Patrick, we're only going to pay you $2 million this year so we can get, Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase to come over here and we'll get the best offensive. Right? That's how it is, right? But Patrick doesn't do that. Patrick's like, nah, we need everybody else to get paid. I'll take my money back later. But no, in a sense of baseball, I'm excited. I think Mariner fans have a lot to be excited about. And when we open up the series against the Guardians, I'm hoping for good things, man. I think we take that series 2-1. I'd like to see 3-0, especially with the aces we have. But like you said, baseball season's back. Let's go.
Erica, I would ask about the Dodgers, but nobody fucking cares.
Nobody cares.
Hold on. I actually
do want to hear about the Dodgers.
I do care. Can we defer that conversation to next year?
You know what? That's good. Yeah, we'll just defer it till next year. We've mentioned the Dodgers, so that's the upfront payment. We'll talk about the Dodgers next year. No, Erica, what changes have the Dodgers made? I know their bullpen was a weakness last year. Obviously, they still won championship, but there were some bullpen issues. Pitching as a whole was kind of up and changes made? Any prospects you're looking forward to that they didn't trade away?
Well, we definitely added to our bullpen. We got Roki Sasaki, we got Edwin Diaz, and there was one other person I don't recall offhand. And then I know for outfield we got Kyle Tucker. So excited to see where we go.
That was a hell of a signing.
I love how that's how Dodgers fans just break it down. They're just like, yeah, well, we had some holes, so we just filled them with money. We just took Edwin Diaz and we just plugged him in where we had a weakness, just Edwin Diaz.
You're not wrong though. But like being a Dodgers fan, knowing that like we had the bullpen issue that we were having, yes. However, in the hell we ended up pulling that out last year and winning back to back, phenomenal. Because I didn't think that our bullpen was going to end up being able to like legit even attempt to like do the work to keep us in it. So adding the two, for a fact that I know their names, adding those two additions, I think is a really good step. I definitely think that it's going to be a little different not having Kershaw there. Sorry, I had to say it. I can't help it.
That's your other baby daddy, right? Kershaw, that's your other baby daddy? For those that don't know, or just watching the show for the first time, that is your baby daddy, right? That is your baseball daddy besides Trevor Bauer.
No, Trevor Bauer is my baby daddy. Nobody else.
Do you even know Payne?
Nobody's asking
darkness,
you.
My old friend.
But anyways,
when
I do think
Bauer pitch again.
I do think it will be really different to like see that dugout. There's no Kershaw. See the bullpen. There's no Kershaw. I think it's going to be. I think this is a new chapter for LA that's past Kershaw, and I'm excited to see where we're going to go without Kershaw.
So you mean in the locker room, it's going to be different without Kershaw, right? Because in the on the playing field, it's actually better without Kershaw.
100%.
And the playoffs especially. Regular season, Kershaw was amazing.
No, genuinely, no matter how you look at it, I mean, like, let's just be real about it. Like, Kershaw's been around for a long time. Like, that's kind of like a staple name at this point that you see with LA and the Dodgers at this point. So not seeing that anymore is going to be kind of weird.
And then the other guy that you brought up, Suzuki, who is the pitcher, he's coming over from Japan, correct?
Sasaki. Roki Sasaki and Edwin.
Kyle Tucker's coming from the Cubs, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Sasaki going to be able to change to the U.S. game? Because he didn't quite have the speed. I remember because that was kind of the report on him is he's great at locating, but speed-wise, he's not quite to where his peers are. How's he looked in spring training? Is he getting up to where he's at least around the bottom end of league average with some of that stuff?
Do you want me to be honest? I haven't really watched any spring training.
That's okay. Nobody watches the spring training.
Craig, what have you seen? Because I'm sure you're going to have a better idea than she will.
Nope. Nope. Watch it either.
Oh, you guys are
the Dodgers.
Yeah, the only one that doesn't have an answer. I feel so intelligent right now.
From last year, I mean, I don't think it was location. I think you have it switched around. I think he can throw. I think he has a fucking cannon. I think that he can't locate. I think is what it was. Yeah. His velocity's been good since the start of it. Like that was kind of the thing that gave people boners about him. But I think that he can't locate. He might not have any other pitches. It might just be like straight heat. And dudes in the Major League Baseball can crush that shit.
The fact that the Giants are about to get shut out right now is like
touchdown.
Craig's not paying attention at all.
I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention.
Did you see what I did?
Bam.
No, I can't. My screen's I'm on the phone and it's too small of a screen to see what you're doing. Sorry.
You did this.
What'd you do?
I said, God, the Giants are getting shut out.
Yes. Oh, chef's kiss. Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay.
Yep, there it is. Final. Oh my gosh, the Yankees are undefeated.
They are 1,000% winning percentage. On this pace, they will be 162-0.
I bet that ends Friday night.
And unfortunately for the Giants, they're on a 162 pace. They will not win a game.
Listen, I think the Giants are going to come back, and I think the Giants will get them.
Yeah, we will. At least one game.
At least one. So with the Sox, I think that
you got to specify because there are some people that think you're a White Sox fan. You need to be very, very blunt that you are a Boston Red Sox.
Nobody calls the White Sox the Sox.
Whoa. Let's be honest here. Tony has no patience. He's not a White Sox fan.
Yeah, fuck Jerry Reinsdorf, fucking owner.
I believe it's the Sox and the Sox. The Sox and the Sox.
Sox because they're from Boston.
It's the Sox.
It's the Sox. The Sox and the White Sox. Nobody calls the White Sox the Sox. I'm in a group that is all White Sox fans and a bunch of former White Sox players. None of them call it the Sox.
They call it the White Sox.
The worst team in baseball.
They call it's the White Sox.
I would call it the Black Sox if I was a White Sox player.
But So with Boston this year, I was really frustrated in the offseason that we didn't see a more aggressive move towards a bigger bat. But Bregman got overpaid by Chicago. There was a few other players that Boston was supposedly in on that when they landed at other spots, they got overpaid. So to that end, I understand. The big addition that I'm most excited for is honestly Caleb Durbin. He was picked up in a trade from the Brewers. He was second rookie of the year voting last year. He's going to play third base. He was yesterday or the day before, maybe in the last week or so. He's been named he's going to be the everyday third baseman for the Red Sox. He's got a great bat, great defensively. For him being a young player, he's got a lot of upside. He still hasn't hit his prime yet. And so to that, I say good job, Craig Breslow, on that, getting that trade done and getting a solid replacement in there, because you now have, you don't just have like 4 or 5 years of a third baseman. You have a long-term third baseman option. And with a lot of these young guys that are coming up, Marcelo Mayer, who's going to start at second, Roman Anthony, Cedon Rafaela, like there is a young core within Boston now that is set for the long term. Now, of course, because of the fact that the Yankees are still going to be the Yankees, the Jays are still going to be a great team. The Orioles, if they actually decide to play, they're going to be a great team. Like that team has so much fucking potential. It's unreal.
The AL East is loaded.
Yeah, the AL East is loaded, and the NL West is more lopsided because of the Dodgers. But I would say that the AL East is more loaded as a whole than the NL West, because you don't just have one dominant team. You have 4 teams that could win a few of the other divisions in the league, and they're really in all 162 at this point.
Yep. Good point.
And so
when you say the 4, the Rays are the one team you don't expect to compete, right?
Yeah. The Rays don't expect for the Rays to compete.
No. And they're actually the Yankees farm system now.
Okay.
They
play at Steinbrenner Field in Tampa. So
right. They've saved time. They just play at Steinbrenner Field as well, so that all of the Rays players, when they get traded to New York, they already know how to get in the field. Because that Steinbrenner Field is an exact replica as far as the field dimensions are concerned of Yankee Stadium. So I mean, you're already ready to go.
Yeah. They're like the MLB representative of like a game.
There is talent on that Rays roster. I want to say Junior Camarino, that kid is special.
Yeah.
When they trade him to a dominant team, he's gonna make waves. I really like Junior Camarino, but for Boston, there was all this talk last year about the surplus of outfielders, which does to a point still exist a little bit. It's going to be a little bit more of a platoon, especially for left field. We're not going to see Duran every day. Roman Anthony's going to get some time out there. Like there's going to be some rotation, but the ultimate thing that I'm actually excited about is Boston actually has a surplus of pitching right now. The pitching in Boston is set up so well that Peyton Toll, who made waves last year when he got called up in September, looks like a truck driver. Looks like he spent a little too much time in a couple truck stop bathrooms, if you know what I mean. But the dude can pitch. The dude can pitch, and he's got a great attitude. He's great in the clubhouse from everything that I've seen, and he's sitting in AAA right now. Tommy Conley, I think that's how you say his name. He was another player that Boston picked up in the offseason, who would be on the roster. Conley? Conley early starting. Tommy, his first name is Tommy. His last name, I can't remember how to say his last name. It's like Kahlne or something like that.
Yeah. Trevor Kahnle. Yeah. Trevor Kahnle. Tommy Kahnle.
Tommy Kahnle. That's his. Okay, Kahnle. That's his
Yankee.
Yeah, Boston.
Big old thighs.
Huge tree trunks.
Yeah.
He's actually sitting in AAA right now. That's how good of a position Boston is sitting with pitching. I do think the addition of Sonny Gray is being a little overstated. Unless he's fixed some problems, which if anybody can fix him, it's Andrew Bailey. Unless Sonny Gray's fixed his stuff, honestly, I'd rather have Peyton Toll. But if Sonny Gray can,
Paul does have a hot mustache. I will say that.
If Sonny Gray can be
hot mustache.
I did. Have you seen that thick mustache?
No.
It's. I mean, David Eckersley would be very proud of that mustache. I will say that. Like Eck would be.
Like Tim Beck would be proud. Would Sam Elliott be proud? Is what we need to say.
Sam Elliott would be very proud.
I can get going in his mouth, like going in the mouth. Everything up. It looks like a dog is strapped to the front of his face. Is what I need.
You can't quite see it there.
Like a Persian cat.
Yeah.
Rests on his upper lip. Wilford Brimley.
That's the diabetes guy, right?
Yeah. Diabetes, yeah. I'm Wilford Brimley.
We need to talk about diabetes.
See,
my mustache needs to talk about diabetes.
Sorry, my shit's loading up, guys. Sorry about that.
I got it. I'm putting it up.
Also has diabetes. Wilford Brimley looks like a Persian cat, by the way, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, no, he definitely.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's all right.
Like I said, dude's got a mustache.
This one I find absolutely hilarious because he simultaneously looks 40 and 19.
Yeah.
Like he belongs in Boston.
He belongs in Boston. He looks like he's one of those guys that spends a bunch of time on the ship, but still makes time to shave this part of his face because he doesn't want to look like his true fisherman. But he gets on the deck and he outworks everybody.
Yeah,
he looks like if Marlboro made like a half cigarette and they had a Marlboro guy who was like the half cigarette representative.
Marlboro man versus Marlboro boy. He would be Marlboro.
Yeah, they're like sometimes he smokes Marlboro shorts, but sometimes he smokes a vape, and it's like it's a new school. Yeah, half sticks.
I don't always smoke, but when I do, it's Marlboro. It's the Marlboro vape.
I smoke Marlboro Ultralights.
Yeah, stay smoky, my friends.
That's Marlboro Ultralights. That's an 85-year-old woman sitting in a casino drinking tonic and gin.
And being very pissed off that she's not winning yet.
Random fun fact: do you guys know why they call them light cigarettes? Do you know like what they do to them to make them light? Because I was trying to think of one day, I was like, "There's no fucking light tobacco. It's not like you can just burn tobacco and it can be light. Like nobody's doing. Like that's not a thing. If it goes in your lungs, it's not light, right? All they do to cigarettes is fucking poke holes in the filter so that more air comes in through the filter, and it's a light now. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah, so there you go. There's a like that's so it's the same tobacco. You're smoking literally the same tobacco, except for they just have more air filtration from the filter. So like you just take more air in instead of like so much tobacco smoke.
Isn't that crazy? Dan is why people are leaving the show because we're talking about tobacco on a baseball show.
For sure. I mean, why can you not? We're talking about cheap tobacco.
Tobacco is a huge part of baseball's history.
Yeah,
it is.
Since
wrap that shit in bubble gum.
But
upper decky.
Yeah.
With Boston, it almost feels like a boomer bust season for Boston. Like you're either going to see like 90 wins, or you're going to see 80. Like you're and honestly, like the definition of a good season for Boston is going to hinge on those 10 wins, because with 90 wins, you are at least a wild card team, because the AL is very bottom heavy. And so if you can get 90 wins, you're probably going to the postseason in any division. At least as a wild card. This isn't like in the National League where you're probably the top 5 teams are going to have 90 wins or 90 wins and up at least. You are going to have, I would not be surprised to see an 85 win team be the third wild card team in the American League.
And it could be out of the AL East.
And it could be
two of them out of the AL East.
It could be, because I like the Mariners for the AL West.
Yeah.
But Houston could be that 85 win team. The Royals could be that 85 win team, or Detroit if the Royals win that division. Or it could be another one of the AL East teams. Like there's so much volatility with that, especially that 6th and 7th wild card slot, that a lot of things could happen. But with Boston, like that's the margin for error is that small, which I think in truth for a lot of teams it is. But for Boston, it's especially so. And I think that we're really going to start to see Craig Breslow's vision and his roster creation start to take more shape this year, because some of the dead weight which is, I know it's crazy to think of Rafi Devers as dead weight because he is an elite hitter. I'm not gonna say he's not. He may be a fucking baby, but he's an elite hitter. It's crazy that the removal of that player, you saw a complete energy shift in the second half of last season from Boston. And it wasn't enough. I understand that. But I also think that as you go into the season for Boston, like, the focus has just got to be on getting better, not ending the season the way that you did with collapses in the last 2 weeks, and the playoff series against the Yankees, and just find a better groove. Stay healthy, stay consistent. 87 to 90 wins. That's the ideal. I think that's the sweet spot for Boston at this point. All right.
Hey Tony, do you allow Ando access to the live viewer numbers?
I do not. No.
Oh, he doesn't have it. Okay.
Nope.
I mean, I was like, that probably kill his self confidence if like he just saw every time that he starts talking the numbers just go down through they just start like people just start dropping like deep. There's like a sound to it.
I mean, we are actually a higher amount of numbers since Ando did his spot on the Mariners stock.
I rest my fucking case.
You mean the residual of me doing the Yankees thing? Is what you're talking about? I think it was like mine was just over too quick.
What I'm saying is, once Ando stops talking, the numbers went up. That's the part that I'm.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm not going to say that's Like, I don't even have access to the numbers. Look at that.
Maybe it's karma because I asked the Seattle Mariners for 5 seconds of video of T-Mobile Park, an aerial shot if possible, just so that Ando's part of the intro matched the rest of ours. And they couldn't even give me 5 seconds of video. So,
the Yankees did?
Well, actually, I had access. I didn't even have to ask the Yankees. I had the program that I built the intro in actually had stock footage of most of even the Dodgers are in there, Fenway. I think actually cool. There's only 2 stadiums, because I went and I looked, and there's only 2 stadiums that Canva doesn't have an aerial shot of, as far as major league stadiums are concerned, and it's the park that the Marlins play in and T-Mobile Park. That's it.
And then Texas left the roof closed one time, so that
I was going to say Tampa's the other one, but they don't have a baseball stadium at the moment.
Actually, the old Tampa Stadium is in there.
Oh, before
Tropicana.
Yeah. Before
it's pretty easy to get It's pretty easy to get an infield shot right now, the way it is. So
yeah, I mean, you're not
my bad.
Anybody with a drone is going to get that shot.
Tony went to the Yankees minor league system and figured out where the Rays play their actual Major League Baseball games at.
Yeah,
it's in our AAA stadium.
Yeah.
So, they're just an extension of the Yankees. We were the first team to like just add on another team to just like take from the whole year.
Yeah.
No, that's terrible.
Pete Crow Armstrong signs a 6-year, $115 million deal with the Cubs. I think this is an actual steal. This is a legitimate steal for the Cubs. I think PCA is worth a bit more than that. They staved off 2 years of arbitration plus a couple free agent seasons as well, getting him in control through, I believe, his age 30 season. Dan, I'll let you take this one first. Do you think am I right? Did the Cubs get a deal for signing PCA for 6 for 115?
Yeah, for sure. That's not even what is that? Not even $20 million a year. Is it? Right? I'm correct on that, right? Yeah.
That's $20 million. You're right.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good deal. That's like the average salary of most teams. Like they're gonna have a guy who probably should be getting paid 30 at 18 and a half, or you know what I'm saying, or over the average of that deal. That's a fucking great deal. And I mean that's why you lock him up soon too, because like obviously you know that he's young. He doesn't understand the full potential of what he could probably get in the deal probably yet. So he's like looking at $115 million going, wow. Like any of us would probably. Yeah, I get it. Like you want to, yeah, for sure. Like you sign that thing almost immediately. And then you think it, Ando.
Oh, no question. It's a great deal.
I will say I'm going to say where this benefits both parties. Obviously, Crow's getting paid, but with the money that you could have been paying him, because you said it yourself, I think he's worth more than $20 million a year. But that's more money now that the Cubs can use to fix other spots next season when the offseason starts, if they need them.
Well, here's the thing with the Cubs is I am firmly convinced that they are first of all, they should be the lead pick to win that division.
Yeah.
Because the Brewers got rid of all of their good guys.
Yeah.
The St. Louis Cardinals play in a stadium named after beer. They're not sober long enough to win a baseball game. The Pittsburgh Pirates are firmly convinced that all they need is Paul Skeens. The owner of the Cincinnati...
Whoa! They got that young guy that's getting ready to start playing too. So.
Connor Griffin.
Yeah.
I don't think Connor Griffin comes up until the second half of the season.
Okay.
Because a lot of it stems from like when they call him up is how it impacts his service time, and they are trying to stave that off as much as possible because Connor Griffin is going to get fucking paid when he finally inks his deal. And the Pirates, this is going to be, I think this could be kind of what with Tarek Skubal and the Tigers. I don't think the Pirates are going to want to pay Connor Griffin.
No.
I think they're going to dump money into Paul Skeens to keep him happy. But then I think Connor Griffin ends up probably almost like right before his arbitration years start. He gets traded and the Pirates claim that they're investing in the rebuild. And Paul Skeens
if you do that, then Skeens is going to want to leave because Skeens. I mean, we saw how Skeens played.
He already wants to leave.
Yeah,
he already wants to leave. You can't tell me he didn't have the experience of the World Baseball Classic and decide I want to stay where I have 0 run protection.
Yeah, run support. Is that what this is? This is more than 2 runs a game. Holy shit!
That's the entire reason he had that look on his face when Bobby Witt Jr. made that play.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. That play specifically, I would say 2 or 3 shortstops in the league could make.
Yeah.
That was an elite play by Bobby Witt Jr., but he had Bobby Witt just making consistent plays behind him, and he's never had that kind of run support on his infield before.
No.
Well, and because he had Ono Cruz playing shortstop for a second too, and Ono Cruz moved to center, so I think Ono Cruz was a bad defensive shortstop. He really was. Like he just made random because during that 162, it starts to show if you really can't consistently ground fucking balls in Major League Baseball. Like it starts to show like you're going to get enough hit to you that eventually there's going to be runs that are going to be given up because you didn't properly field a baseball. So moved. He was so bad. So like that was the beginning of Paul Skeens' career though. It was a 6'7" shortstop that like basically couldn't play the position. So he's probably kind of nice to have Bobby Witt behind you.
I honestly, part of me kind of wonders because like with the way that he pitches, having a good shortstop behind Paul Skeens is key because it helps him pitch for contact more. Don't get me wrong, he can get you 7 strikeouts a game if you have to, but you get a lot more out of Paul Skeens when he's in a situation where he can pitch for contact instead of having to throw strikeouts. I mean, you get more out of a lot of pitchers when they can pitch for contact and they don't have to pitch for strikeouts, but Paul Skeens especially so. So is it possible that he ends up looking, maybe not just a super huge winning program like New York or LA or, Boston or Toronto or somebody like that. He looks at a team that's going to have a consistent shortstop for a while. So that does put somebody like Kansas City or Chicago, the Cubs, or something like that that's got one of those top 10 shortstops in the league on their team to go there instead of sitting where he's at.
Paul Skeens is going to be a Yankee. It's already setting up.
Or Dodgers.
He's the perfect. I mean, think about the last like how many guys they've had who've done the same thing. Like, not late in career, but like Garrett Cole.
Yep.
Obviously Roger Clemens.
Yep.
Later in career. This will be, I guess, beginning of career, but like just that power right-handed guy. And Skeens has already said he wants to play in New York. So I mean, I think that I don't think there's any way that they don't, at least for prestige even. Do you know what I'm saying? Like just to say like, oh, we're still the Yankees. Like I feel like they get a deal done with Paul Skeens, but that's obviously, that's in the future at some point. But
could you imagine a rotation with Paul Skeens, Carlos Rodon, Garrett Cole, and Max Fried when he's on his game?
I can.
That's potent. That's fucking potent.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Rodon this year, dude. Rodon had a really good season last year, and like I literally I kind of like gave up on him a little bit because he had a shit first season and a half. Like he was terrible. He was out of shape.
He recovered really well last year.
Yeah, so he looked really good. He looks like he's back in shape and shit. So like So yeah, that'd be awesome. And then we have the AL Rookie of the Year from 2 years ago, or AL Pitcher of the Year, Luis Heels in AAA. Yeah,
I'm surprised that Heel didn't start the season on the main roster with Rodon and Garrett Cole still on the injured list. Cole's probably not going to be back till the end of April, beginning of May, and I think Rodon is probably mid to late April from what I was seeing. So I'm surprised Luis Heel's not.
It's weird.
Not
I don't even know if they're not going to have Cole in them. Like who are their 4 starters then? Am I confused about this? It's
Fried, Schlittler.
Oh, Cam Schlittler. Yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah. Those are the 3 guys that they have listed besides Rodon and Cole, who are both out with the IL 15.
Oh, Marcus Stroman's still on the team.
No, he's not.
He's not?
No, so your 5 that are up there right now, it's Fried, Xavier Rivas, Cam Schlittler, Will Warren, and Ryan Weathers.
Will Warren and Xavier. I've never even heard of Rivas.
Xavier Rivas is one of your prospects that's just getting called up.
Oh, they're gonna like basically throw him in until we have an actual full rotation.
Yeah, he's like just as a sign, and non-baseball fans, you may not get this, but his number is 77. He's going back down.
Wouldn't you think that would be Heel though? Like that's weird, right?
It is kind of weird to me because I mean, like with Rivas, I don't know if maybe the service time is an issue. Or where they have to use him or something because Rivas is 23, so he could be getting at that point where they have to kind of shit or get off the pot with him. And so
is he a righty?
No, he's a lefty. I think, yeah, he's a left-handed hitter, left-handed pitcher.
Okay, that's probably why too.
6'4",
makes sense.
Left-handed, they'll hang on to him a little bit longer because of being lefty.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I haven't seen much on the kid, so I can't say anything. He could be a better choice than Luis Heel, for all I know. I don't know. I did not recognize his name at first. But thinking of that rotation with those 4 in it, put Schlittler as your number 5, which I think would be a perfect choice for that rotation is to have Cam Schlittler back that up. That's a formidable 5 right there.
Yeah.
We are at that point where it is time to call it. You can catch Dan, Ando, and I Monday night on the Sports Report, 10 p.m. Eastern. We are a part of the Wire to Wire Sports Network. We have a lot of great shows on the network every morning and evening, hosted by individuals who want to share their experience, opinions with you and engage in the chat. So please like, comment, subscribe, support all the shows we have at Wire to Wire Sports Network. For my co-hosts, I'm your host, Seven. We appreciate you.
Can we talk over the outro, or is that not a
no? Just listen to the fucking outro, Dan.
Like, our corporate bullshit, fucking, it's
you accept
unbelievable.
The corporate, you like the Yankees. You accept the corporate bullshit.
We have sold out, guys. When did it stop being about the sports?